Bitcoin is right now breaking down of this ascending triangle that we have been creating yesterday, alongside with the fact that we have been breaking down of this ascending channel that we have also been creating right here with a perfect retest, which is definitely a bearish development for the Bitcoin price right now. But at the same time, of course, we are still trading in towards this consolidation range. So in my opinion, this will just be trapping a lot of Bitcoin traders right here, unless we are able to be breaking down of this support level. And in my opinion, that will not be very likely. But of course, the weekly chart is not looking all too good with this current rejection we are right now getting because of this breakdown. So we need to be having a look in towards the Bitcoin chart. Very interesting developments are right now happening, and the stock market is also taking quite a hit towards the downside because of course the unemployment claims turned out to be pretty bad yesterday, and we did see some kind of a long squeeze because of course yesterday we were creating a very bad rejection from of this resistance level that we were touching yesterday after this crazy pump towards the upside. We created this pump towards the upside, and right after that we got the rejection, and the unemployment claims turn out to be pretty bad right here, causing this severe rejection towards the downside, hitting a lot of liquidations, which caused this snowball effect towards the downside. And right now we are snowballing towards the downside, hitting this support level, and I do not expect we are going to be falling down below this support right here. But of course, whenever we do, it doesn't look all too good for Bitcoin because of course we are getting these breakdowns of this ascending triangle, but also of this ascending channel that we have been creating. But just like I told you earlier, of course, I do not expect we are going to be breaking down below right here, and I just expect a lot of Bitcoin traders will get trapped right here once again, because I can see a lot of people right now turning bearish at these current lows. And of course, yesterday we had a lot of people actually turning quite bullish because of course BlackRock is right now entering the Bitcoin space. BlackRock is being very bullish on the Bitcoin price. All of the Bitcoin spot ETFs that have been submitted have now been resubmitted. So yesterday, a lot of people were actually turning very bullish on the Bitcoin price. And right now, because of this dump towards the downside, everyone seems to have already forgotten all of these bullish developments that were happening yesterday. And that is why I think a lot of Bitcoin traders will get trapped right here. We are holding this support very beautifully, and unless we are going to be falling down below right here, I do not expect we will be seeing any kind of lower prices getting reached. Do keep in mind, the larger term trend is still towards the upside. So that is why I'm still in the bigger picture bullish right here. I'm still rather longing the Bitcoin price than actually shorting the Bitcoin price. Another thing is that right now we are copying this exact fractal that we have been creating over here on the 12-hourly time frame. We have been creating these bearish divergences on the 12-hourly time frame, and back here we actually invalidated these bearish divergences, and we have just pumped right through towards the upside right here. And right now, of course, this is quite a bearish development right now in the Bitcoin charts. But of course, whenever we can be breaking and invalidating these bearish divergences once again, just like we have done over here, well, then we are very likely also going to be breaking above our previous high right here. And whenever that happens, well, I just think we are going to be seeing a huge bump towards the upside, just like we did over here and just like we did over here. We broke above our previous high, and right after that, well, we saw an amazing bump towards the upside. So of course, for the imminent short term, it is very important that we need to be holding this support level. If we are going to be falling down below it, well, yes, I am going to be having a look into what's these support levels next up, which is going to be at about the 28.7k. And if we are going to be losing that support level, well, I'm going to be having a look in towards the 27.7k. And for my long position, well, it is still 4k in a profit. And my thought thesis right here is right now that, of course, my stop loss is right now already in a profit. So I don't really care what happens with the Bitcoin price right now. If it will be in the end of the day stopping my position out, well, I will just accumulate a new position lower. If we will be hitting some kind of a support level right here, well, I'm just going to be adding in towards my long position. I'm still going to be having a look in towards my target, which is going to be this new pump towards the upside being created. I just think in the end of the month, or maybe even next month, we are going to be creating another pump. So that is where I'm going to be waiting for. Another very interesting thing and very important thing to note is of course that tomorrow we are going to be trading in a weekend again. And usually during these weekends we see a lower amount of volatility, and what we can also be seeing is that for the past couple of weeks we have not really seen any kind of volatility, and we have just seen some choppy price action. So once again, that is to be expected. So not a lot of volatility is to be expected during this weekend. But of course, whenever we are going to be creating any kind of a CME gap, well, it is going to be very likely that we will actually be filling that CME gap if we will be creating any. So with that being said, make sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next update video tomorrow morning.